Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you a few exercises that we use at Performance Place to help out people with inner elbow pain associated with throwing a ball. Hey everyone, I'm Sebastian at Performance Place Sports Care, part of the locally world famous chiropractors in Costa Mesa, California. Now, one way you can figure out if some of these things may actually help you is using a bat as a basic assessment. Keep in mind, if you do have inner elbow pain, and especially if you're not skeletally mature, you haven't hit puberty yet, you need to be really assessed because there could be a fracture there. There could be a lot of different problems that you need to be assessed to see what you can safely do. If you're a little bit older, if you're in past high school and college, and especially adult baseball, things like this will usually work pretty well for you. But if you ever want to be assessed by us, certainly come in to see us. We do see a lot of people with elbow pain throwers who respond really well. So I usually have people take a bat and I have them go just like so. If they're a little hesitant to do it, I have them grip a little higher on the bat first and then go a little lower and go, and then explore range essentially. And so as they go through more range, like we should all be able to grip a bat and be able to slowly flip it back and forth. Like this shouldn't be a problem. For people who have wrist pain, hand issues, forearm issues, elbow in or out, or shoulder issues that is provoked by this problem, just know that there's stuff you can do about it. But this is not something that you should have to suffer through. Super basic assessment, and it's not like you're not going to be doing this during the game. So this is something you should be able to totally do, okay? So if you flip the bat this direction, and at any point if you feel inner elbow pain, something like this may help you out. So just follow along with these exercises after you've been cleared by your doctor. We're going to use a baseball and the floor. Now the first thing we can do is we can use grip. A baseball is a really simple tool to do it. Grip helps out with improving the function and strength of the muscles of the forearm, which do link up into the elbow. And so the way that we usually do this here at Performance Place is we use a simple analogy of the sphere and the ball, okay? So imagine this ball is cut in half. When you grip it, you want to grip it with your fingertips, okay? But you're not allowed to grip past the area that's been chopped off. So everything here in this way you're not allowed to touch. And so you grip it here, and then you start linking these three fingers in first. So these two, this thumb, and you should be able to hold the ball pretty sturdily just like so, and then you link the other guys on. Now we're going to hold it just like this. And this is the basic grip, all right? If this doesn't create any pain, then you can progress it. If this does create pain, then you're going to want to reset your grip, see which grip doesn't bother you, and still hold it like so. Second progression is you shake the ball, okay? It sounds really silly, but when you shake the ball, essentially what it does, it makes you grip the ball harder because the ball is going to fly out, okay? So this is one way to challenge grip. The second way is doing it manually and use the other hand. I'm going to try to steal the ball from my other hand, and this hand is going to clamp down like it's a clamp on a toy in a game, and it's not going to let me take it. And so you can play this grip game with yourself or have somebody else do it as well. So don't let me steal the ball, okay? So that is option one, is improving strength around the whole circumference of the elbow so this area doesn't do all the work. The second thing you can do is offload the area. So we originally put a spread workload amongst the elbow to help out directly with things like tendinopathies and even things like cubital tunnel syndrome. But you ideally need to offload the elbow because clearly the elbow is doing a little bit too much. And so now what you can do, and I'm going to do this on my left side just for camera angle, is you can do something called a shoulder hinge. Okay, a shoulder hinge is pretty simple to do, but most people don't do it super well, okay? And so ideally, you start on the knees, and then all you're doing is taking the mat, or if you're on the field, you're gonna push the grass away from you in order to set some tension. Now, a lot of you already, when you do this, you're gonna feel like your shoulder's starting to shake, all right? And that's what we want. The next thing you do is we're going to work on breathing. Breathing provides a nice core support in the front and it supports the spine. It helps out linking up the musculature of the shoulder so you're not just working a certain muscle and not all of them. Okay, in order to do that, you take the hands like so, like you're gripping the baseball, but now your body, and you're going to try to breathe into the webbing of your hands as you push the rug away from you. In the nose, out the mouth. Now, obviously, I'm talking through this. You shouldn't. And you should close your eyes, breathe into your webbing, and just let it happen. I'd usually have people spend about a minute doing this if they're providing the tension. After that, we can provide the hinge component to it. So this is tension and breathing. The next thing we can do is we can look over our shoulder as if someone's creeping up onto us. And if you take a look at me from the side here, you can see that as I set my tension, breathe, and I'm looking over my shoulder, you can see my shoulder is starting to drift backwards. Okay? I'm not really trying to do it too aggressively. The look is kind of doing it for me. All right? And in this position, you can stay, keep looking, or you keep the position and you turn back and look at your hand. Okay? So you're going to tension, breathe into the thumb, take a couple breaths, look over the shoulder, pause, breathe, look at the hand, stay there until your shoulder feels like it's absolutely on fire. So the reason, again, just to reiterate why this is important is because if you only treat the elbow, you're only treating the symptom, all right? The body is one big unit. We all know from throwing a baseball that you have to use your legs. That's why you do conditioning. You have to use your core, and you also have to use your entire arm. Your arm is the whip, all right? And so ideally, if you've had elbow problems, you need to have an assessment of the lower body, a movement assessment to identify if there's any power leaks. If there's power leaks, your workload's going to go up into different regions that are more physically capable right now, but eventually they may break down. So if you guys are looking for an assessment of this type, we do it at Performance Place. Come in and see us. We do see people from all over the place who come in for an assessment to figure out what's going on with them so we can develop a plan of attack to how to deal with it. Okay? These things in the elbow, making the elbow strong is just one step. Another possible option is getting workload to the shoulder, but we know that only about 20% of ball velocity comes from the upper body. The remainder is the bottom half. So you need to have the other part assessed. If you don't, you're missing a big part of the puzzle. If you guys want our help, look in the link description below. We'd love to help you out, set up a consultation, and we'll see if you can take your case. Very least, subscribe to the channel, like the video. We'll see you next time.